The misconception that myself and my group are going to debunk is the idea that going to counseling is only for crazy people. This is the furthest thing from the truth. This misconception is kind of giving college students the way out by saying, I don't need to go to counseling. I'm not crazy. That's only for crazy people. That kind of gives them the way out. No matter how big or small the issue they're dealing with, it kind of gives them a way out of having to deal with that pain. There's a stigma for the people who do go to counseling and why they do go to counseling, and that stigma adds to the myth of only crazy people go to counseling. So this college students latch onto that idea and they don't seek help, even though they truly would benefit from it. There's not necessarily an origin of where this misconception started. It's not something that one person said and people just ran with. It's kind of just like a universal excuse so people don't have to seek that help. There's no such thing as a life without struggle. There's no such thing as getting by scot-free. College students are the biggest example of this. We experience many different things, being on our own for the first time, having to do things on our own. So I would argue that college students would be some of the biggest beneficiaries of hearing from a third party, giving them alternatives and coping mechanisms, or just the ability to get past whatever they may be going through, big or small.
Where I got from my information was from WRCBTV.com as well as bestcolleges.com, where it was an article on some of the misconceptions that college students face.
You know that there are multiple reasons why people go to counseling. Just because people are going to counseling for schizophrenia or other behavioral disorders does not mean that everybody who goes to counseling is labeled as crazy. There are lots of reasons why people go to counseling. Some people might just want someone to listen to their problems or to just have a professional opinion. Think of it like this: going to the doctor. You don't only go to the doctor when you're sick. A lot of people go for yearly physicals. This could be the exact same for mental health as well as physical health. It is used for preventative measure. Depression and anxiety are very common within the younger population as well as the older population. This is the number one reason why people seek counseling. This does not mean whatsoever that people are crazy if they choose to go to counseling. It just means that they need someone to listen to their problems and help them cope with their depression if needed. The source that I used was socialhousewc.com. It was an article called "Do Only Crazy People Go to Therapy" by Monique Rack.
So there's a nice day outside. The sun is out, there's not a cloud in sight, and everyone you see outside around you seems to be happy. You decide you're going to stay home and feel depressed and feel sad and lonely because you don't want to go talk to anybody. You don't want to go talk to a counselor because only crazy people go see a counselor, right? That is actually false. Strong people go to see counselors. Strong people are strong enough to admit that they have a problem and they need someone to go talk to. They're strong enough to admit that they need help through life. Everyone needs help through life. So next time you see someone in counseling, rather than think that they're weak, the first thing that you should think of is that they're strong. They didn't give up and they found a solution by talking to someone else. I use Calgary Counseling and JerichoCounseling.com for my sources.
College can be a stressful time for a lot of students. Effective stress management in young people goes a long way in their success. The benefits of counseling for college students include enhancement of their listening and social skills, as well as empathy towards others. They will learn to express emotions through a healthy way, and they get to improve their decision-making skills. Counseling helps by clarifying a problem. It helps students cope with depression and anxieties and build self-confidence in young people. It opens up your perspective to explore opportunities, and it also helps students see more options and make better decisions with these options. One of the advantages of seeing a counselor is that students improve personal skills. Counseling also helps with managing anxiety and pressure. This can be hard for students, especially when there are school projects, deadlines, exams, and financial constraints. Counseling provides a safe zone where students can speak honestly. It offers students guidance and support through tough times. The source I used for this was medium.com, an article called "Benefits of Counseling for College Students."